Hey everybody, Chance from Aquascape here. I am at Badfish Tropical Fish. It is a freshwater fish aquarium store and probably one of the best freshwater aquarium stores I've been in. So let's go ahead and go inside. So stepping in, we have some really cool looking guppies in here, along with a barrage of potted aquatics and some Botanicals down there. Aquarium, look open in the back quarter. Everything looks pretty healthy. Anubias nana down there. And over here, this is really neat. I love this low boy tank here. All the lilies and everything. Red tiger lotus rather. Dwarf lilies. Come up through here, you have all your potted crypts, potted anubias. Looks like you have some Lavigia lustrous in there as well, which is nice. Copa Carolinia, awesome. Everything looks very, very healthy. Lavigia senegalensis, I always mess that one up. So this store is in North Lake, Florida. It is, like I said, by far my favorite aquarium store that I've been into. It's not that large, but you know what it lacks in its size, it makes up for in use of space. They are absolutely amazing. And one of the things that the owner, Alexa, is known for, what Badfish is known for, is their betta selection. Their bettas are absolutely amazing. If you're into any kind of betta fish or anything along those lines, this is a great place to come to. So you can see just how pretty some of these ones are. The tail on the super half moon. Alexa takes such great care of these fish too. Every time I come in here, everything looks amazing. I've never come in and seen, you know, things look out of shape or sick, or, you know, never see dead fish around. It's just a good looking, nice, healthy selection of bettas. There we go. Hope you enjoyed the blurry bettas. I'll go back there and show everything. That's pretty neat. So this is just awesome. As you see, every tank has what in it? There's plants. Plant life in every single tank, which is great because that's what these fish come from. You know, a lot of these fish, they have some form of aquatic life, fauna, flora in their habitat. And even if these fish are farm raised, like they're still embedded in some sort of genetic ID of what their habitat is. Like if you take, you know, someone like from New York who was born in New York and put them in the middle of the desert, it's going to take them a bit to get used to all that. So, nice little cichlids here. Gonna throw some food in, see them go crazy. Little piranhas. It's all right.
I'll try this time.
There we go. Yeah, they like her. And what food is that? I'm sure people are gonna have.
This is the Spirulina tabs.
Nice. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Nice and easy to stick to the front of the tank.
That's what makes it so cool, is to stick into the front of the tank, because then you can really see your fish. Thank you. It is, it's awesome. They're like little piranha.
It's into everything into people and fish.
Yeah. Some nice rainbow fish in here as well. Really pretty angelfish too. Over here we got some koi angels, which are always favorites of folks getting into the hobby and even people that have been in for a while. Nice selection of layer tail mollies and other stuff too. Looks like they're branching into some paludarium style plants and some vivarium style plants, which is awesome. Everything is going up. There we go. So it's nice to see when you have like aquarium shops branching out into paludarium, vivarium, immersed plant world, you know, like the terrestrial world. Because it all goes together. You know, if you like growing aquatic plants, you're gonna like growing terrestrial plants. It's just how it is. So over here we have some awesome looking rabbit snails. These guys are really cool to keep if you've ever kept rabbit snails before. They're fun. Some nice fancy guppies up there. There's some nice gourami, a little kile swimming around in there. Little sorority tank of females, some tetras going on. Here it looks like we have some nice looking platies, Mickey Mouse platies, high fin platies, and the shrimp tank. Some nice oranges and greens. That's the green with the gold back. I see red really. Some yellow in there. Down here it looks like we have sparkling gouramis and scarlet batis. So scarlet batis are one of my favorite nano fish. They're absolutely amazing. If I can get it to focus on it. They're a really pretty fish to use in an aquascape. They just nice and stand out. They have kind of a loner attitude, so as far as photography goes, not so much. But you know, if you're into single fish photography and stuff, they're just enjoying their mannerisms. They're fun fish. Down here, some more fancy guppies. There's a Synodontus in here somewhere, but he is doing his thing. Nice big plate hole back there. And Cistrus genus. Hey, look at these guys. Arowana City. These guys are absolute monsters when they grow up, I swear. Nice little albino Oscars here. These guys are fun. My first fish were Oscars, so like I have an affinity for them, even though they're kind of like a jerky fish, but they're so cool. They get such good personalities on them. They become like little water dogs. My Oscars would be happy to see me when I came home from work and stuff. They would all splash around. They're just a cool fish, really good personality on them. Some more plants over here. Bucephalandra going on in there as well. Water sprite. That looks like Rhodesian marble queen, which unfortunately loses the variegation submerged, unlike the Cordifolius variegata, which retains it. So yeah, selection of frozen foods and small rimless tanks and sections of hardscape and stuff up top here. I mean, it's just a really neat store. It's really well built, really well designed. I missed this tank of Anubias here for you guys, but nice Anubias with a little compacta in there as well. But it's just a really nice store, you know? Everything's healthy. Like I said, there's no sickness. Even the plants look pretty good for, you know, an aquarium store. Usually when you go there, the plants aren't that great, but these are nice. Really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the owner, Alexa, a couple questions here, and just to give the hobby or the viewers, you guys, some insight as to why she started it and you know, how you can take this step. Nice green phantom Draco. These guys are really cool. Looks like there's something else back there too. Let's see. Actually got Nuaru. When I used to breed discus in my show tank, I have Nuaru in there with them. They're very cool fish. So she also keeps a variety of botanicals and stuff in stock too. Like you see the big almond leaves there, and Adler cones and sweet gum balls. It's just nice. Again, that's something you don't typically see in an aquarium store. You don't typically see them carrying, you know, loose botanicals that you can go buy a couple Adler cones or some sweet gum pods if you need to. It's just not a thing, but you know, the owner, like I said, she's a hobbyist herself, and she's pays attention to what's going on. She pays attention to the hobby, and she makes the adjustments necessary to keep her business adequate and, you know, relevant to what we need. Some really cool turtles in here. Turtles are so cool. Turtles are responsible for me being in the hobby. Well, not in the hobby, but me having plants in the hobby. Yeah. That was neat. Alright, so I'm here with Alexa, and she is the owner of Badfish Tropical. And so what got you started? What got you started in the hobby?
So, okay, what got me started in the hobby was probably my mom having reef tanks my whole life, but also just my passion for the outdoors and loving to go out and go fishing. But I didn't realize that what I loved so much about going fishing was to actually see the fish and see the environment that they came from. And that really pushed me to try to replicate that at home.
Awesome, cool. And what made you get so grand and illustrious with this? What brought this up? This is awesome, by the way. Like, of all I visited aquarium stores all across the United States, and I have to say that yours is my favorite to come into because of the ambiance and everything, and the health of the fish and the care. You can see that it's done by a hobbyist and not someone who's like, oh, I'm going to make a bunch of money off fish.
Right. We have good vibes in here. And I always love like going to aquarium stores and stuff, but I would look online and see like crazy store tours and stuff, and I could not find that where I was located. So I figured there had to be a market, and it kind of started really small and just flew off, you know, unexpectedly.
Awesome. And what do you see the future of Badfish? Do you ever see yourself going to a larger store, maybe a second store? What are you thinking in the future?
For the future, I would really like to expand eventually. Right now we'll be here for a little bit, and I'm happy with that. But I would like to get a little bit more into fish farming, and maybe some outdoor space.
Awesome, cool. Well, from a Florida hobbyist to a Florida hobbyist, I appreciate this so much, especially from an aquascaping standpoint. Finding hardscape and plants in one space is next to impossible at some of the aquarium stores around here, and thank you for bringing it here.
Thank you for coming in.
Awesome. So just some ideas for folks too. I mean, this is just horse troughs that are gotten from feed supply stores like Tractor Supply or you know, whatever feed supply store you can get from. But I mean, look, it's working, you know. You don't necessarily have to go buy a giant aquarium or whatever. And this is unique because you can take something like this and grow them outside under natural sunlight and stuff like that, and have some fun. You know, if you live in an area where you only have limited summertime, or, you know, limited span of time in the year where you get warmth and actual sunlight, it's really fun to take a tub out and you know, throw some plants in it and see what grows. Down here in Florida, we can do it year round, but still, you know, take advantage of the warm months that you have. So this is what runs most of this shop, basically, is this pump right here. This is a linear piston air pump on a closed system air loop. So this PVC runs all across the whole store, up there, everywhere, and powers all those air stones, all the sponge filters, everything like that. It's a great way, very efficient way to run a large fish room, as well as an aquarium store. Some more hardscape selection.